Give James the chance to play. I apologize.
James is having plenty of fun right now.
Okay.
James knows how fucked we are.
If you would like, I could try the other side of the dome, but I think that's all I have left in me. Also, I need someone to yank me back in.
Can we see out of the dome?
Check. Let's look around and see.
The darkness seems odd.
But let's
go ahead and make
a
perception check.
Everyone that's awake, or just
right?
Everyone's awake if you would like to.
Yep.
Thank you.
Wait, what are we all doing?
Oh god. Oh my god, I love these little dice, but I
What are we
can't give
doing?
them.
Disadvantage still?
Disadvantage.
Hold on,
Nobody
doesn't matter.
Nobody has set any light in place.
Nobody move their feet.
21.
11.
Feet.
16.
6.
16.
You said disadvantage.
Correct. So the lower.
7 feet.
7.
16.
22.
That was a 9.
21.
11.
Oh, it's an 11. Wow, that's funny. Wait, is that
No,
a
it
6
was
or
a 6.
Oh, that's a 6. Okay.
So 8.
8, and then yours was like
That's 6.
6. All right. Balok and Arkin. There's no light, but there's a barely perceptible movement across the dome. It's not easy to pinpoint what it is. You can't really quite tell if it's solid or if it's some sort of a liquid, but there's something covering the dome.
And we can tell it's kind of shifting.
There's a very subtle shifting to it. It's not a consistent thing. It's not like constantly shifting all in one direction, but it's just kind of resting.
It's like a giant slime or something.
A gelatinous cube.
I like that.
Well, I'll relay the information. We could have Dawes start charging Hyper Beam, max it out, open the. Right.
And
It's not going to work that way.
No?
No.
I can't even prepare spells inside this dome, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, no.
Your spells do not exit the dome. The same way that spells cannot come in.
I can
with
stab
my-
it, my friends.
What's that?
My pushback. Did that go through it?
You don't know. You've never had it. You've never had an interaction of this type.
Again, I can stab it.
Can someone cast light?
Yeah.
Sure. I could stab
We're
it.
not at disadvantage anymore.
Let's cast light.
All right. In the light, you can see some sort of a slick, slimy, slate gray and white, fleshy material covering the entire dome.
It doesn't look like what we saw on the plane of air, right?
No. Does not look like what you saw on the plane of air.
Guys, whatever this is, it fucking hurts.
Now that we can see that, may I make an Arcana check?
This isn't an Arcana check. This would be more of a nature check.
It sounds like an animal.
So if you have proficiency in knowledge nature, go ahead and roll a check.
I don't have
James,
proficiency.
is this accepted?
Knowledge nature. If you have proficiency in it, go ahead and roll a check.
Accepted.
21.
Healing.
Okay.
Hey.
I only have 22, so it's
What's that?
27.
27.
21.
You're back up.
21. Got a 19.
You've never seen something this large, but it's very reminiscent of certain mollusks.
Did one of the
Is
paralyzing
this the
ones
fucking
find
shellfish
us?
that we're
Is this a
trying to get?
jellyfish?
I was thinking one of the mollusk things.
No. This
You
magic.
know, we never did find out how
Dawes.
big those shellfish were.
I'm not even playing, I'm going to
stab
stab
of
it.
the shellfish.
they
are.
Wait, no, you're not paralyzed right
Yeah.
Look at their mouths.
You're gonna stab it?
Please, buddy, don't put your fucking sword through this fucking tent until we don't need it anymore.
So you don't need my sword anymore?
Wait,
No,
why
we
don't
need
you-
the tent.
Why don't you just misty step outside of it real fast so you don't dispel
Can
it?
we
can't
see through the
it.
creature?
We can't see. It's like a fleshy.
Yep.
It's like Jello where it distorts.
It's
enough.
a dark opaque flesh.
Okay.
I'll
so
let
it's
everybody out
really-
before I act.
Oh, it could be kind of like this.
It's like
But
a
Tony,
it's-
if you
it's-
let me hit you, I might be able to push you
gray
through it.
slime or something.
It's the fucking creature that.
never seen
That's
that.
not
A
happening.
sea slug.
You
It's a
can't
mollusk.
hit me.
Would
Mollusk.
he be able? Would you be able to just walk through it?
Me? I don't.
You're metal boy.
Yeah, but metal can still.
I'm a high-grade
affect-
ceramic.
That means you're even more acid proof than
Okay.
metals
I
would
mean,
be.
acid resistance just means I take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
So, and it did
But
27 to him?
you are not attuned to your armor.
I should be because we got rid of the winter boots, so I'm back with Umbra, rapier, and my thief's tools because I still can't figure out. I can't let go of that ring.
What about dark vision? You've had dark vision this whole time.
Oh fuck, that's right. I get rid of my.
Right. That was why when we talked about it, I wanted to double check because you said that you weren't ready to attune to it until you could find out more
Well, that's
information.
why I had the winter boots.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I usually trade it out for staying alive.
So
Well, that's why I asked what you were attuned to, and Umbra was not on it.
But, I was gonna
just
do
for
it as
reference,
well.
People.
I'll let
I
you
can't
into it.
see past the white milky yuckiness, right?
Correct.
Okay.
What if we electrify it?
I'm just worried
Throw
about
salt on it.
the problem is, so
We
we
can
still,
try.
we still have 2 hours of the layman's hut. Most of the party still needs that 2 hours of light duty, so we can't do too much action. So either you're going to do stuff through the tent and dispel the tent, or just bounce it off and hit us.
Wait, I thought the tent had a door.
Or you have
It
to
does not.
go out into.
Oh, sorry, just a force
into
field.
the
block.
It's a 10-foot hemispherical bubble.
Okay.
Or you have to go out into the acid blob, hope that you're able to say the words out loud to do your spell, and then get pulled back and take the damage.
So, Dr. Marr,
Mm.
would you be able to just recast Lehman's tiny hut?
What's up?
Inside.
Put you in a
Oh,
bubble.
this
we
will
could
be
just
like
stay
a.
in here until it goes away.
Or
But it's-
what we
it's
could do is
solid-
we could like
it's-
turtle
it's
with it, just
fleshy.
move up to the edge of it,
So it's
cast
not
it,
like
move
I'm
up to
just
the other
like
edge, cast
balling
it,
through
the
water.
other edge, cast
I
it.
mean,
Like a centipede.
I won't move
That's
anything.
what I was like, if I have
What's that
acid
film when
damage,
they
I
go
can
into the
carve through it,
dreams?
depending
They
how
go
big
deep.
it is.
Actually-
Inception?
This will be like in Inception. Time will move slower inside the next set. We have all the time in the world to think.
But will that time affect
I'm making that up.
I don't know. I was hoping.
actually, Jonathan had a point. If we move to the edge of where the hemisphere is, and I recast it there, that's where it would be centered.
So we'd be moving it
Like
5
this?
feet at a time.
Let us double check some things.
Well, it doesn't require concentration.
I'm holding my motherfucking fox in my arms.
It
right
does
now.
not.
How
I look
will
your
your
arm
thoughts
just
hold
It's on the
breath?
page.
It's just
right now.
like
What
a-
page is it?
Like a
Why?
bone.
What do you mean?
255.
So it'll be protected by there's
But there's no
oxygen.
oxygen.
You have to
There's
outside.
Depending on
nothing
how-
that
I'm
says they
holding my goddamn
can't
phone.
It's little
overlap.
bones floating in the
It's
the
as long as
slime.
it can hold
Um,
breath before it starts taking damage.
It can hold spread. I just
Little
don't know
spot's
like
gone,
how
buddy.
long.
Yeah,
At least you
usually
got
like 3 minutes. It's pretty good.
Gumpo still.
It doesn't say it,
Totally handicapped.
but that's DM.
Can the
Yeah.
fox hold its breath for a minute?
Why would it need to hold its breath?
He'll die immediately.
James did mention if we all gather around Doth and
and
channel our friendship, Hyper Beam will go through the
So
hut.
like we can take damage from the acid and not die.
Actually, the only
I
time
remember-
that
I'm
So we all gotta
tucking
like
the
have our
fox
hands out, like
into my.
so like turning me into Super Saiyan God.
We stand behind him and
like,
touch
eyes
him.
like glowing
You have
like
a little
bright
fox
white.
barrier.
Yeah.
Everyone who has spell slots, just give them to me.
Can I put my pet fox in its armored fox carrier?
I hate to say it, but you left your fox outside the hut.
Oh!
It doesn't specify otherwise,
Skeletons in the slime.
but as a DM call,
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you cannot cast the spell inside of another creature. And
Okay.
in doing so, you would have to be part of the dome would have to be inside of the creature.
Right. Yeah.
Guys, I want to just start swinging.
Okay. So
I've
what if-
allowed it as far as like it merging through like a wall or like when you did it in the tunnels,
Right.
but I won't allow that on an actual creature,
What if-
not a living creature.
Right. That's completely understandable. Would I still be able to recast it as it stands?
George,
You're being mean.
what if we start?
No. 'Cause these are
No,
actual
it's
good
a
questions.
it's a legitimate question, and it's one of the things that's kind of been asked any number of times. And I know for a fact that there is a sage advice on this one. I don't like the idea because it sets a precedent for misuse. There's a split second between when you cast the spell and when the other one drops, because you can't have two of them up at the same time.
Right.
That it would flow between those seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that you wouldn't be able to use the same space because there's something trying to invade that space.
Okay.
So we lose
If
all
that makes
space
sense.
over time.
Even if I promise not to misuse it.
That's a rough one.
Well, it's on video.
No, I know that, but it's a rough one because this
What dictates
is the misuse.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
I guess I can understand that.
Yeah, of course.
What if we start to dig?
Because it would be no different as if you found yourself underwater and tried to cast the spell a second time to prolong how long it was going to be there for to keep the water out.
See, no, that makes okay. That
If you
makes,
think about it in that regard.
okay.
So, DM, when we did our nature checks, you said we knew about these creatures, but we didn't know exactly.
We haven't seen them this big.
We haven't seen this big,
You-
big before. How?
The flesh of it is familiar
Okay.
in the way that it shines and moves and undulates. You've seen this type of flesh, but you've never seen it on such a scale. And you can tell that it is flesh that is very reminiscent of a mollusk.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we?
See if we found the mollusk king.
Well,
Is
I'm
it
getting myself
More
out of here.
translucent or is it opaque?
You cannot see through it.
And
Oh,
it's
okay.
like-
Oh, neat. Oh,
Think a slug.
think of flail snail.
I haven't had a chance to use one.
Do you guys want to fight this, or do you guys want to try to get out?
We need to figure out what.
27 points of damage. You'll take 2 hits and die.
3. He has 60.
I will be honest.
He's actually.
I
supposed
don't
to
Can
be
you
that.
use your
Many
or shaping
ways.
things to like
We
get
also
the
don't know
tunnel
how
out of there?
good or
Who
bad
is?
those rolls were.
What botany?
Yeah, no. I don't
It's up to you guys.
I.
Give me a moment.
Yeah. Let me.
I don't think I have anything for. Oh!
Don't spell it.
Wait, George might have a good one too, if he can.
Yeah, we both might.
I shoot stab
I
and
think I
hide.
know where he's going.
Do me a favor. Look up erupting earth, please. It's in Xanathar's. Here.
Oh, I'm
Here, it's in Xanathar's. Erupting earth.
Could I open a portal to Sauerkraut?
We're not going there again.
I mean, that's a way out.
Wrong.
Better than
I
die.
think it's a good
You
idea.
will die there.
I mean, it might not be a good way out. There might be some people there that weren't there last time.
Creepy monsters floating in the whatever.
Right-hand side,
They're
second spell.
harmless. They're
From the
sweet.
bottom.
They're snuggy. You mean fluffy?
They're sweet.
Just pet them.
They're just misunderstood.
Let's just
What did
go.
you,
Let us
what did
smell
you
your
traumatize
hands.
them
We'll
with?
be fine.
Oh, what do you mean?
What they're talking about right now?
Oh, you don't know. You weren't there.
No,
We're
I don't
just
have it.
arguing. As far as everyone knows, we're just arguing.
Guys, that's it. From now on, I'm starting a fire inside of every Liam's
Um,
tiny hut.
Probably a good idea.
Get a fucking hot box son.
I don't know.
Or fire sucking out oxygen.
I don't know what the
No,
fuck.
No,
Absolutely
air.
still
Atmosphere's
Yeah, the
Okay.
environment can move through if you want to. There's
I
things that you
didn't
can
think
prevent
about
and
this,
stuff
And
like
but,
so
that.
the environment's sealed in by us.
I would say there's no oxygen exchange happening right
No,
now.
it's not.
We are sealed in.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah, well, that keeps the flavor.
Mirror
in.
image.
The spell
Or
itself provides air
Enough
as far as that
okay.
goes.
Enough
That's what
oxygen
allows
for
you.
8 hours.
Yeah, that's what allows you to cast it underwater and stuff like that. It provides
You
a
guys
certain
have about
atmosphere.
30 seconds before I fix
Do me a
this.
salt. Give me a second.
Is this Peachy?
Describe the platform that we're standing on. Is it an overhang?
Call it less of an overhang and more of, it looks almost as if like a lumpy flat section of rock that's, for the most part flat.
Mm.
The majority of the cavern is very cleft.
Mhm.
But this section right here, it almost looks as if there was like a natural divot. Whenever this canyon was formed, there was some sort of a natural divot that would have been left behind.
I have nothing for this because stone shape won't allow me to do this. And erupting earth, we would need to be out of here. Earth tremor would also require that we not be in here.
I'm gonna tie a rope around my chest. one out of my bag. I'm gonna throw the end to Baylock. Anybody else?
Daggers out.
And I'm gonna stab this fucker.
Don't dispel it.
Could the gust cantrip help with this?
No.
Or, okay.
How about you?
Can't.
What about something cold? Can we freeze it because it's like sluggish?
That might slow it down more if it's cold blood.
Then we
could
can break the
fire
ice.
blast it. Or lightning, something hot.
I could
Wait.
fire the shit out of it.
I happen to.
Mm.
I just happen
I
to
can
have
put-
15 pounds of salt on me.
Oh,
Can
Daniel,
We knew
with
that it
the
was
ram
acid.
head-
DM.
with the
I would
ram
like to
head, a
commune
hard
with
enough
nature.
Pit, maybe
Wait,
spook it enough to
I
make
can-
Oh,
Okay.
We could just, and it's just an animal, we could try spooking
I can
it.
Hold
put
on
one
one
of you
second.
outside of the tent. I
Just
just
It's
ram
not-
it.
hold on. He's communing with nature.
Depends on the size of it.
He's
Maybe.
actually using one of his ranger abilities, like hide in plain sight.
That's a lot more useful.
Get the fuck out of here! The hyper beam.
Hyperbeam's a good idea.
Shoot it at the ground.
I mean, 'cause technically, you could charge it for 2
I'm
hours.
limited to 300 feet. I'm in a cave since we're in an underground area.
Oh, we could summon.
Yeah, a
some,
canyon.
Summon some wildlife. Some like smaller slugs.
Can you hand me this Sour Patch Kid next to
I have no signal in here. George, can you do me a favor?
Just let
Can
Lithani
you look
stab
up
it.
Ring of the Ram?
Oh, I forgot you had that. Ooh. Here, wait, DMs.
Okay.
Let's see if there's a size
Commune with
limit.
nature. What would you like to know out of the possible facts?
I would like to.
Why? But it was on the
From the handbook, I would like to know if there is an animal near us aside from my fox. I want to know if this is an animal or not.
Yes.
It is an animal.
It is an overwhelming presence of animal all around you.
God damn.
I'm wrong.
I would like to know if there is a fiend near us.
No.
No fiend? I don't know. Any meeny miny mo. Somebody help me here. One more.
People, I can probably shunt it about 15 feet.
Do you mind?
I don't know how big this thing is and whether that'll
Can
get us
I-
off us